Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back to talk about my weekly pickups review. Now, if you're new to my channel, this is where we talk about what I picked up this past new comic book day at my comic book shop. Let's get into this.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
I like to start with my pick of the week always, and my pick of the week it's definitely a close one. You guys know I'm a huge Donny Cates fan, so usually it's a no-brainer, man, and it's gonna be Thor or Venom. But I try to do something a little different because you already know, man, I'm praising the hell out of anything Donny Cates is writing always. But this one, man, I really enjoyed. It's an indie title by Aftershock called Undone by Blood, The Shadow of a Wanted Man. Now, this was really good. I thought, I'm into Western stuff, so it might not be for everyone, but it's basically this one girl. It takes place between old school Western and between like maybe it was like 1970 or something, I believe. What was the year exactly? 1971. Yeah, that's what I thought. And this girl, she's out for revenge. She's had a tragedy happen to her in her life, and she's kind of reading this The Shadow of a Wanted Man book. So it looks like she's gonna go for a straight up revenge, Western type story. Like she's gone through some shit. Her family was killed, and she ain't having it, man. And she's been reading this Western book, and she's taking tips so that she can go after whoever killed her family, and she's gonna hunt them down, and she's gonna get her revenge. So I don't know, man. That one I really enjoyed. I like the artwork was amazing. Lonnie Nadler and Zach Thompson did their thing, and Sammy Kivla. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Next, we'll get into Marvel. Thor issue 3. Y'all already know, man. This was definitely up there for the pick of the week. This was so good. I had so much fun. Pure adrenaline packed. And him and Beta Ray Bill are fighting. And dude, Thor is really Thor is OP as hell, and it's awesome. I wouldn't say like overpowered. He's straight up badass. And it is so cool, man. Artwork I thought was really good in this. And dude, him and Beta Ray Bill fighting was just crazy, man. Crazy. You're either reading it or you're not, man. And I'm loving Thor. Donny Cates is the man, so I'm gonna be reading that till it ends. So next we got Star Wars: The Rise of Kylo Ren. This is gonna be this is the second last issue, so it's ending on issue 4. I thought it was going to issue 5, but I guess only 4 issues this is going. And man, I've loved this. I've loved this story. We're getting some backstory on Kylo. And him wanting to join up with the Knights of Ren, and they're asking him, to join us, you gotta kill somebody, you gotta take a body. And he's starting to tell him a story about these Jedi that he may or may not have killed. And it's just dope, man. I've really enjoyed this, and these covers are fantastic. Like this Charles Soule, man, keep him on the Star Wars stuff because he's killing it. Hawkeye, Freefall, issue 3. A lot of issue 3s today. But man, this was a great issue. Really funny. The Hood, man, he just taking, he's supposed to be interrogating people, and he's just taking them all out before he gets the chance. He's telling the guy, he's like, yo, we need to interrogate some, but you just killed everybody we were going to interrogate. We'll get some more people. This has been so fun, and Hawkeye's kind of teamed up with that kid, because, spoiler alert, Hawkeye is Ronin. And he's kind of it talks about more how he's in 2 places at once, basically, because you're like, how the hell did he pull that off? They kind of they let you know in this how he's pulling that 2 places at once, being Ronin and him being Clint. So this was a great issue. We get to know what's going on, and he kind of teams up with the kid who knows what's going on to be kind of like his guy in the chair, and I thought that was hilarious. But Hawkeye, man, it's been so really fun. I thought the artwork was a lot better in this third issue than maybe the recent ones. Maybe I'm just more used to it now. But Venom Island Part 3, aka Venom 23, man. Dude, I can't say enough about this title. The artwork was really good. Eddie's cut his hand off and he's bleeding and he's fighting through the pain, but that's not going to stop him. That's not going to hold him down. He's going to keep fighting until he doesn't have a breath left, and he's going through more pain than he's ever felt in a while or ever, because usually he has his other to help heal him. And yeah, man, I felt like maybe this concludes Venom Island. I think that this concludes Venom Island. I guess it's only a 3-part story. Maybe it will go part 4. I don't know, man. There'll be like a conclusion, part 4. But yeah, man, it seemed like this was kind of the ending. I have a feeling there's going to be a part 4. It's going to be like a 4-story arc. But yeah, man, this issue was awesome. So awesome. Next, we got Morbius the Living Vampire, issue 4. This was a great issue as well. I love this cover. I really love this cover. The issue got more into, the girl that's hunting Morbius. Kind of dives into like her kind of being in love with Morbius, and that's why she feels like, this monster that's taken over Morbius, it killed her whole family. It killed not only her brother Emil, but it also killed the love of her life, Morbius. So it was a cool issue. It gets more into some backstory. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been enjoying Morbius for the most part, but I might be waiting for the story arc to end and then I'll drop it. But honestly, man, I have enjoyed Morbius. I think it is pretty cool. Next, we got Immortal Hulk issue 31. This issue was really good, man. We're getting into some Zemu stuff. I think it was a lot better than some of the recent issues. I know people are having problems with this, but these last 2 issues have been really fun for me. I think Zemu is just a really cool character, and I think the issues are starting to get better. It's hard when you're writing. We're up to issue 31. And maybe Al Ewing never planned for Immortal Hulk to be as popular as it was, and he didn't have as much, so he's trying to think of some new stories. I don't know, but I think the stories are starting to get better, and I'm gonna stay on this for a while, man. I have no sight of dropping it anytime soon. Next, we got the Dawn of X titles, X-Men issue 6, and we also got X-Force issue 7. Now I'm gonna say, I think X-Men issue 6 was the better issue. This got into some crazy stuff. I know people hating on X-Men, but this one with Mystique, this is more Mystique driven, and it was awesome. They get into some crazy stuff, man. And kind of reveal that maybe all this Krakoa business, Magneto and Professor X running this stuff, it might not be all that it seems, man, and there might be some things going on in the background that we haven't really been noticing. And it's almost like giving me cult-like vibes, cult/Godfather, like Magneto and Professor X are straight godfathering this Krakoan island, and I love it, man. This issue was so awesome. And X-Force is more Domino driven, and I believe we get a first appearance in this at the end. But we get, Domino has seemed to lost her luck. She says, when I roll a dice, I always would hit a 7. Now I'm only hitting Snake Eyes. But she starts tracking this person. And yeah, man, we might see that these people who were, testing her and, basically taking, like, what was it? They were taking skin samples or something from her. But basically, like, tearing her body up. I think they used her DNA to do something, man. So this was a great issue. They hint at stuff, but you don't really know. So you'll have to see when you read X-Force and see what you guys can piece out from that. Next up, we got the Facsimile Wolverine issue 1. Man, I love these facsimiles. And, I don't get everyone, but it depends on the character or what the book is. But I love Wolverine, so I had to snag that up. Next, we got a little True Believers Wolverine goodness. Didn't get the Arno Stark, but I wanted to get that Wolverine because I love Wolvie. I love me some Wolvie. Dollar Comics Green Lantern Rebirth. Some Jeff Johns goodness. I can never pass upon that. And this one, I thought it was a sequel to the Mark of Cain from last week, but I might have passed on this. But, you know, the artwork looks really good. Because I'm not trying to pick up every single dollar comic book. I've been picking up, I usually would pick all of them up, but I'm starting to cut back because it's like I can't, you know, it's still $1. That's still $1 for a book that you might never get a chance to read. So I'm really only picking up the ones that seem to be keys or, you know, bigger books, you know, bigger reprints. Batman 567, The Mark of Cain. And next we'll get into some DC goodness. And let's start off with Batman Pennyworth, R.I.P. Was it worth it? This is a big book. It's definitely a big book. If you're a huge Batman fan, if you're a huge Alfred fan, if you're a huge, you know, all the Batman family fan, I think this is worth it. You know, this almost got me teary-eyed, man. I'm telling you, because Alfred is the man. Alfred kept his family together, and you know, he was almost the best of all of them in a way. And they hint at, they do some really good stuff. I think the writing was done really well in this. The artwork here and there, I'm not a fan of. There's some artwork that's really good, and then there's some artwork where I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But you know, it switches up. I'm not sure who wrote what, but besides Tinian and, you know, Tomasi, I don't know who wrote what, but I thought that the story flowed well together. And, you know, it basically revolves around Alfred's funeral in a way, and then kind of like they go to this bar afterwards and they all kind of want to toast and have a night to remember Alfred, and each of them kind of talks about each member of the Bat family they relive a past of Alfred that they remembered and recall fondly. So I liked it. I really liked it. It wasn't the most amazing thing, but if you're a Batman fan, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it was better than that Batman Annual. No, I don't know, because that was actually kind of cool. But yeah, it might be better. Some of the artwork isn't though. Next we got The Flash, issue 88. This is starting like a new story arc, and this basically revolves around this villain. I think he's going to call himself Paradox. Is that what he's going to call himself? I'm not 100% sure. But, dude, one thing by this, I think maybe it kind of revolves around, it's like an origin for this new villain that's going to come, who's seemed like he's been done wrong by the Flash. And he's lost his family because of it, and he kind of got trapped in this like outer dimension where time flows differently, but he's able to escape. And dude, he ends up getting some powers in the meantime, and dude, it looks like he's gonna be after Flash. A big thing that I was like bummed about is that in the back it says it's gonna be continued into Flash 750. It's like, Flash 750. This is issue 88. We're doing a big jump there. So it's like, what are all these titles getting to 750? It's like, man, I'm not trying to buy these $10 books, man. That shit is weak. Like, I don't need it, man. I just, dude, I spend so much as is. I don't need that. Last but definitely not least, we got Joe Hill presents Hill House Comics, The Dollhouse Family, issue 4. I really love this story. This issue was really good. I thought this issue was really good. We're getting into all that creepy stuff, man. And this was really cool. It takes place like right after that explosion in the house. And she wakes up, the mother wakes up, and she's been in a coma for 5 weeks. And, dude, she's gone through a lot, man. And that explosion has left her really sensitive. I don't really want to get into it for people that are reading it, because I feel like it should be a surprise. But yeah, man, she has to go through some stuff, and the way this ends, holy cow, man. I don't know if this is going to issue 5 or 6. I don't know if it's ending on 5 or 6, but either way, I am so excited to see how this is going to wrap up. We're getting more stuff with the dollhouse, and more just horror aspects in this book, and it was really cool. So yeah, guys, that's what I picked up this week. The only book I actually missed was that Alien Alienated issue 1 from Boom Studios. I was quick to get that undone by blood, but that Alienated wasn't really, like, in the previews I wasn't really feeling it as much. Like, it wasn't pulling me in, so I didn't get it. But my boy Robbie said it was his pick of the week, so I usually kind of tend to, like, a lot of his suggestions I always kind of vibe with, and I respect his opinion, so I really almost want to give that a shot digitally. And if I can still pick up a physical copy, if I like it after I read the digital copy, I might snag it up. But yeah, man, I'm on the lookout for that incentive variant for this, even though I kind of like this cover better. But yeah, man, this was my pick of the week. Thor is definitely neck and neck with it, but I like to give something different. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys thought down below. Let me know what you guys picked up. I'm always interested to know what you guys picked up. Maybe there's something I missed that was really good this week, and I didn't even mention it at all. So yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe, hitting that bell notification so you get all updates on upcoming videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.